Boxing TV studios. Your host, Ranger. Information may cause headaches to hates or biased casual fan. The host that gives you facts with very little feelings. From the city of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, the man who floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, Louisville, Kentucky. It's showtime.
What's going on, people? Thank you once again for being here with me live with us tonight. Once again, el maestro, el profesor, the man that takes your fundamentals and sharpens them like a knife, Ismael Salas. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, very good. Good evening to everyone, and good evening for you.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, man, I had to bother you yesterday. I wanted you on the show yesterday, but I understand you're a busy man. We were just talking about all of the projects.
Yeah, things coming up, and then program always changing for all the pandemic situation. But it's blessing to have the opportunity to have job, to have work.
Correct, man. So everything on the gym. So now, do you have any fighters with some positive tests in your gym or no?
Yeah, no. Actually, everyone in my gym is everyone been doing the COVID test.
Mm-hmm.
Negative. Myself, I did it in Japan 3 times when I arrived in Japan before the week of the weigh-in and before fight.
Okay.
Because Japan is very, very strict. And then after that, I come back here and I did last week and negative. So I keep on track anyway.
Okay, awesome. How about your daughter over in Thailand? Your daughter's in Thailand?
Yeah, in Thailand, everyone, yes, I got 2 daughters, 1 boy there. Okay. And everyone doing fine. And one of my daughter is an actress.
Mm-hmm.
She doing very well. Another one is a model, and the boy just in the army.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to hear that everything is fine. Listen, man, reason I wanted to have you here is because here in my show, I don't like the false information. So there's articles coming out involving 2 of your fighters. Yes. And I thought that if I could get the news from you, right? Because you're also included in the article, that maybe the people that follow me will get the truth and not he said, she said.
Don't miss. Okay? Yeah, all right. Okay?
So we're good to go on that. The first thing before we go into the articles, I just want to go talk to me a little bit about that beautiful Ioka victory over in Japan, man.
Yeah, actually it's a work coming already for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're building step by step all his fundamentals and all the things. So in this time, actually, he's already mature. It's important. All the experience. He been like a 7-time amateur champion in Japan, and after that he went to professional. Everybody knows he's a 4 division world champion. And actually, it was many hype about this fight because everybody thought Tanaka supposed to win. It's the younger fight. Is the stronger guy. Is a fresh guy. It's a 3-way division. Is undefeated. But what they did not realize the experience of Ioka. His dedication is he's a 30-year-old, 31-year-old, but he never take that much punishment during all his career. So he got if everybody saw a beautiful defense. So for this fight, our program it was in 3 directions. Number 1, feet defense with the feet, footwork, side to side. So Tanaka got lost many times during the we calling him in boxing. We suck in Tanaka move. So we use the Tanaka aggression
Correct.
in our advantage. So we suck in, and then he made mistake, and then he had to pay for the mistake.
Of course.
And the another one, it was a body move. It's defense with the upper body. So he did many slip the punch. He doing many weaving. He ducking many times. And the another one, it was a blocking. So in these three, we use round 1, round 2, more footwork. Round 3, round 4, more hand moving. Round 5, block, counter, block, counter. So we build up the tactic during the all training camp. As you know, I was guiding all my fighters through the internet. No, we're doing a live heat training and we building. I send him because I said to you before.
Yeah.
We always we have one schedule what we have to do.
Correct.
So during the all training camp, we start to make the adjustment. We keep watching the opponent. We keep doing and after that in the fight. So it's what I say to everyone, to every of my fighter. The better your performance, the less I need to talk.
Correct.
So if you see, I can speak Japanese, but I am not fluent in Japanese.
Okay.
So I using all the I programming. So every single word in Japanese mean to him many things.
Oh, okay.
So it's a kind of a code.
Okay.
So I've been working with many fighters all around the world. So I develop my own way.
Correct.
Sometimes
system of communication.
Yeah, sometimes I using Spanish with Japanese, and they know what I mean.
Exactly.
Abajo, arriba, and
whatever it takes to get the communication.
know what they say. So is actually I really satisfied. The most important thing is he proved to everyone right now he can be pound for pound.
A lot of people. Listen, I remember I messaged you that day and I was like, where are they going to televise the fight? Because here in America, ESPN wasn't going to put it through. And we try to do it through links. YouTube was taking down the links. And I personally couldn't see the fight till the very next day until you started sending me those pictures with the uppercut. And I was very excited when I seen the highlight. One of the main things that stood out to me in that fight, man, was how precise and how well timed was Ioka's left hand. That left hand was there constantly. The first 4 rounds was pretty good.
It's what I said. We start to suck in the guy.
Exactly.
Using his own attack in over favor.
Yes. Yes.
It was a very well prepared. He's so flexible. He went too flexible, very flexible. So he can absorb all the taking in our favor his attack.
Exactly. So during that fight, after the fight, how did Ioka felt? Did he didn't took a lot of punishment in that fight?
Yeah, no. Actually, he took a big right in the round 1, and he confessed to me when he took this right, he realized because one thing we were for their fight too.
Yeah.
For beat Tanaka, we need to do anti-clockwise.
Okay. Counterclock, yes.
Yes. You know, and he start clockwise. This happened with all fighters.
Yeah.
So when he got the right, if you see the fight, it wasn't maybe at the 25 or 30 seconds when they started. Tanaka throw the big right and hit him. And they say after that, I
Counterclock.
realized, hey, I have to come back to my,
Yes.
because it's on signal, no?
Let me pause you there for a minute to tell my people what he just said. It's one of the most difficult things to keep in mind when you're fighting. You're always in the ring wanting to move the direction that your body proceeds. If you're a right hand, you want to move towards your right a lot. But when you train to move counterclock, it's so hard to keep it in your head. And so now you're hearing it from the man himself. Ioka had to realize when he got touched, whoa,
Yes.
wait a minute. I need to go back to my plan. So
Yes.
so keep on going. Yeah, tell us a little more.
Yeah, so it's okay. This is one thing I use always, because normally every fighter, every trainer, the new school, the old school, no. The old school work before counterclockwise.
Yes.
The new school, everybody they go to the easy way. Everybody rotate clockwise.
Yes.
Clockwise. And because I love the old school, I have blessed to work with many good trainers around. I talked to you before. I used to have a very close touch with Angelo Dandy. He taught me a lot.
Yes.
And he was, if you see all his fighters in his time, prime time, like Muhammad Ali, like Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
There was that many people not see many times, because he say to me always, the worst punch in boxing is the one you can see.
The one you don't expect. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're never ready for it.
Right. And then you going both sides, clockwise, counterclockwise. So this thing mean that always you will find the blind spot.
Yeah.
Happen, the human body is almost perfect, but the size have this hole. Even when you drive, they have a blind spot.
Exactly. Correct.
So,
correct. So by moving counterclock, right? By moving counterclock, you're forcing your opponent to move in a direction that he's also not expecting you. Therefore, is causing him to have more blind spots and more holes in his defense.
Right. So that's why if you see after the round, we finish the round. From round 4, he started to hit Tanaka with the left hook. But Tanaka was attacking to stop him counterclockwise, but he moved and then clockwise. And then he give with the same time, Tanaka throw the right hand, he slip the right hand, head offline, and left hook.
Yes.
So kind with fighter like Ioka, no, you can do many things. Sometimes for more I can say to the fighter, sometimes the fighter cannot go deep. It's depend of the talent.
Yes.
You know?
Of course.
So experience and talent.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, after this fight, obviously, Tanaka, like you said, Ioka proved a lot of people wrong, because, like you said, Tanaka was supposed to be the younger, the stronger, hungry. He was supposed to be victorious in the eyes of the world, right? Yes. In this fight. So now we have an experienced Ioka pulling out all of his experience and not only getting a victory, but getting a victory in the best way possible, which is stopping the kid. By the way, let me ask you a question, because one of my favorite thing about this fight is something that maybe you don't expect it. The referee. To me, that referee is one of the best referees I've ever seen. He was never in the way.
Yes.
Never in the way. And then he knew when to stop the fight immediately.
I really tell you, if he did not hold Tanaka,
he was going down.
Gone, and not only that, the many fighters get damaged, not for the punch. It's when they hit the canvas.
Yeah, but the head bounces up.
Bang, bang. Is it bang? That's it.
Yeah, man, that referee, when I was looking at the highlights of the fight, he was doing such a beautiful job, and I could really appreciate that. But that the Japanese culture is very disciplined in everything that they do. and they're
Yes.
very organized and very methodical. So I was appreciating what I was seeing a lot. So now Ioka is in a very position, as he's always been. He's in a very good position. And Boxing Scene created an article, came out with an article where in that article it states that Ioka had revealed to you
Yes.
this right here.
Yes. Okay. Not properly. He's focused in Inoue. Okay. But what he revealed for me, he say I cannot. I don't like to keep going more longer in boxing.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of time left.
Yeah. Yeah. He say but I like to make. I will try to make mark.
A mark in history, yes.
You know what I mean? Not it's already broke the mark of Asian and Japanese 4 times.
4-time division champion.
So even Tanaka tried to equal him, no, to go to the same stage, but he did not make.
Correct.
But Kazuto, he say, why not try 118? He said to me,
Yeah.
why not try? What do you think? I said, man, if you try, you try. You let me know. Only we need to. If you realize, it's a very small body coming from 105. We start in 105,
Yeah.
and then we move to 108,
Yeah.
112,
Correct.
and 115.
Correct.
So he's naturally is skinny. We calling it tomorph. Is no much muscle. Even he doesn't have definition of his muscle.
Yeah, he's very like solid. There isn't no shredding on him. Yeah.
If you compare the day I went to the weigh-in, I saw both, and Tanaka built very beautiful muscle.
Yeah.
He looked much stronger, but unfortunately he that part was fortunately. And really he say, why no? And then I say, okay, at first you have to change your program. Okay, we need to get a little more muscle. The fiber, because many fighter doesn't realize the better fiber muscle.
Mm-hmm.
The deep one, you got it stronger. The more blood circulation.
Correct. Correct.
So when you build the muscle, you need to build behind a stamina, aerobic.
Yeah, the aerobic training.
You need to send more blood.
Of course.
And if you send blood, and then you need to send more oxygen. It's but I
no, you're correct. More blood, you need more oxygen in order to keep the energy levels up.
Yeah, yes. And at biomass, we have to increase the biomass.
So work on increasing his biomass level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so need to do so because it's not ready. He go out of his limit.
Exactly. So when he's not fighting, what is his walk around weight? What does he usually weight without training?
He walk around normally. He walk around max 126, 127 max.
That's blown up. That's
max.
Okay.
Because the Japanese, the Japanese culture, they're eating many. The way they're eating, they always keep slimming. Even DNA too. So, but I say, okay, let's go to my program, but we need to make a faster.
Yes.
Because the time frame will be no more than 1 year.
Correct. And especially considering the fact that Inoue, that is his natural weight division.
Yes.
He looks very comfortable, very fast, very explosive in that weight division.
Stronger guy.
Very strong guy. So I can definitely have respect even more for Ioka for even wanting to challenge himself in that matter, because although
then he say after that, okay, I like to retire.
now another thing he mentioned to you was that maybe the fight he didn't want it in Japan anymore, maybe in America.
Yeah, that's right too. That's right. He say, it's time for me, because he realized. Actually, do you remember he until 112, 1-5, 105, 1-8, 112, Japan.
Yeah.
He started 115. You remember with Arroyo, Maggio Arroyo, we did in California.
Yes. Did he like it when he came to California?
Yeah, 115.
Okay.
First time. And then the second time, we went with Donny Nietes. The fight was controversial, but anyway, we lost.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then the third one with Palite.
That's fine. Give me a second here, Professor, just a minute to send a shout out to the people. I want to welcome everybody that's watching right now. Thank you for being here with us. Instagable Boxing News, Andres Rodriguez, welcome. We will get to the questions in a minute. Right now, we're wanting to talk about this rumors and this possible mega fight for the future. So hang tight, and we'll be taking a couple of questions because he's tired. I'm also tired. But right now, just enjoy all of the info that's going to be coming your way, because like I always tell you guys, I want to bring you guys truth and only truth. And when I read the article, not that I don't trust boxing scene, but I thought it was better if you could hear it from him. So as of now, the rumors are actually true. Tanaka did mention to Ismael Salas that he is interested.
Yes, Ioka mentioned to me.
Yeah, Ioka is interested on a possible clash with Inoue at 118 pounds in the United States, and then possibly retiring after that, because he wants to make a mark in history to become 5-division world champion. He's already broken a record by becoming the first Asian and Japanese fighter to be 4-time world division champion. And the importance of Ioka is also that he's also changing legislation. He's changing laws in his countries as well. So this is a very important fighter that we're talking about. So, okay, so he walks around 126 max. That's so when you have a fighter like that, because this is where obviously your experience takes over anything that I possibly know. When you have a fighter like that you have such a little window to lose, but you also want to keep him strong. You want to keep him mobile. You want to keep him able to have fast reactions. What are some of the procedures that are taken when it comes to this?
Plyometrics.
Okay.
So what okay, let me explain, go deeper. When we doing plyometric, we make the strength and conditioning from in to out.
Okay.
When you're working with the heavy weight, you building just muscle from out to in.
Correct.
In, they cannot keep for long. But when you work plyometric, so you pump faster. Biomass.
Your biomass, yes.
After finish all the because it's a aerobic and anaerobic combination. This is boxing.
Yeah.
So it's not to put so much muscle in his body, but because I need to realize his DNA is not
correct.
A big fight. I was his uncle. He used to be a world champion.
Okay.
I used to be his trainer.
So you worked with the Ioka's uncle as well.
Yes.
You were training him. Okay.
So we've been together for more than 15 years. So
you've seen this man grow. You've seen him since he was a teenager.
Yeah, from baby, 10 years old, he's around with me. I am around with him. So that's why many things. So I know. I realize he's a master. He's a morphology.
Yes.
A structure is we call him ectomorph. Is a skin.
Ectomorph, yes, very skinny.
So me as a trainer, just to to talk to the people around him who work with the conditioning, because I cannot be always beside him. A
Correct.
plyometric. I love the plyometric in my
Okay.
fighter. So many ways, so many things. And me as a trainer, as a boxing trainer, as you know, I am master degree from the Cuban University. I learn all these things, but I don't like to take all over.
I got you. Yes.
I like to focus in my boxing, in my fundamentals, but supporting, of course, with the fitness. But I don't like to be a fitness trainer at the same time.
Correct. It's just too much to keep track of.
Yeah, so many trainers like to be just one. No, we can make a team work.
Correct.
One example, do you see the Jojo's fight?
Yes.
We work as a team.
Yes.
Even by coincidence, I cannot be with him in the corner that day.
Yeah.
But
because of
the
the COVID.
job has been done already.
Well, and you know that was very important not to deviate so much from Ioka, but when
Yes.
in the Josie, yeah, you were not in the corner, but you were able to see all of the work take place in the fight, right?
Yes.
And so
sending tests.
and that was also another fighter that wasn't supposed to win that night.
Yeah. It was 2020. Unfortunately, bad for
For JoJo's.
But
For Dubois, I'm sorry.
yeah, but I'm sorry, the line was busy.
Listen, continuing when it comes to Ioka here. My only concern is this, and I'll ask you this. You can choose to answer this or not.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, listen. How say the fight gets signed? Say everything is ready. How do you prepare for a guy like him? How do you take a guy like Ioka that's gonna be making his first fight at 118 pounds against such a monster? How do you prepare?
You know, high risk, high profit.
Yeah, high reward. Yeah. So I get it. You don't want to spill the beans. I get it.
We have to work. Everybody knows. Inoue is the right now is the more explosive Japanese fighter.
He's a monster.
Yes. Ioka is the more classic.
Yes.
Japanese fighter.
So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Tanaka was a monster. A leader monster.
Okay, we're gonna leave it there. We're not gonna go into too much details because I know exactly what you're saying. So as of now, he just mentioned it to you as a thought. He hasn't said anything like, listen, I'm gonna start working on this. It's something he's just now thinking. He's only thinking of.
Right. Totally right, because he asked me my view. And we said after fight, we said that actually in Japan no allow anyone to right now for the COVID, the pandemic. But we went to private. We have with this company manager. We sat together and just discuss.
Oh,
and, because I stayed only one day and then I flew out. And then I tried to explain to him my point of view. Okay, if you like to go there, I will support you, but I need you help me in this direction.
Okay.
Because unfortunately he cannot come now to United States. So number one, he need to recover.
Yes.
This number one. The training camp was long.
It was long, and he's also 31 years of age, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So he needs a very good recovery.
Yes, sir. What I say, okay, you take good recover, and after that, before you start any gym work, please talk to your good fitness trainer. He got there. Talk to your fitness trainer. I need more plyometric, more this direction. I need more because he need a better support.
Okay.
I mean about legs.
Supporting his legs. Okay.
Supporting
he
his
needs to be able to carry. He needs to be able to carry the new weight he's gonna be putting on, He needs to be able to displace himself around the ring,
Yeah.
make the movements that are required from you,
And absorb, in the
and
case we
absorb the
fight with
punch.
Inoue, we need to absorb all the power this boy will bring to us.
Correct. Correct.
So
Correct.
let's see. Let's see. Is the
You got me
Japanese?
curious, man. You got me very curious now, man. I'm seeing things, man.
Yep.
I'm seeing things.
It's all about work. All about work.
It's all about fundamentals. People don't realize that.
Yes.
People don't
Yes.
realize. So listen,
Yes.
man. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. I can sit here and be a little biased towards you because I really like you.
Thank you so
And
much.
we're both from the same town in Cuba, Guantanamo, the hot
Yes.
land, the
Yes.
land of Guantanamo and Santiago are both
Yeah.
champion production factories.
Yes. No.
And so, but I have to tell you because I like you, I have to be honest with you.
Yes.
I'm very doubtful of this fight for
Oh,
Ioka.
yes. Yes.
I'm
But
very doubtful.
why I went through for many years in different countries, different, because I like challenge.
Oh,
Without challenge, we stay where we was.
correct.
I was the head coach of Cuba, the Guantanamo team,
Yeah,
all the best fight, but I was not pleased with that.
you wanted more. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, of course, and you got more, and you took risks, and this is where you're at today.
And we finished there, and then he said to me, before I did not think he like to go to 118.
Okay.
He's the one who said to me, and then, oh, okay, man,
It
if you
shocked
like,
you, huh?
yeah, if you like, I believe, because when he's the kind of person, when he just go, he go.
Correct.
It's a
It's got
Bushido
something to
mentality. Bushido mentality.
Correct. I was going to tell you, it's got something to do with their culture.
Yes.
My brother lived in Japan for 3 years. He's here now, but he's getting ready to go back to Japan for another 3 years. And he told me that when he got to Japan, he fell in love with Japan. The
Yes.
Japanese culture is so, he says, so methodical, so disciplined, so respectful, and
Respectful and the honorable people. When they talk to you any business, even you don't need to sign.
yeah, correct. Wow, man. I got to tell you, I'm very excited. I actually hope, I really hope this fight
We
takes
go
place.
for the challenge. I love to get always challenging.
Yes.
Always one example, Jordanio Gas.
We're going to talk about him today.
When he came to me,
I remember that.
I received many messages. Why you lost your time with this guy? He's I say, okay, allow me to work. That's it.
Linares.
His own manager, he brought to me telling me that, you know what, Mr. Salas, I want he be my boxing trainer of taking. Can you help me up to teach him how to be a good trainer?
We're going to be taking questions pretty soon, guys.
Yes.
Be patient.
And then I say, okay, no problem. But when I saw Linares move, I said, no, man, no, come on.
We can make this guy a good fighter.
Yes, and he did it.
Yeah. And congratulate. He's in Japan right now, but he's still.
He's in Japan. Yeah, we keep communication. We keep communication.
Yeah.
I believe if anyone 135 pounder try to test him, it's not easy.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
It's not easy.
Absolutely not. And as a matter of fact, I keep telling people that, everybody right now is talking about Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, David Haney, but there's two guys that are not being mentioned, and that's Linares and Nakatani. And Nakatani.
Yes.
Okay? So people want to keep those names like shh, because they're very, very dangerous. Speaking of Nakatani, one of our followers here asked, how is Verdejo doing?
Yeah, he's doing good. I don't know if I talked to you already about that. I was very satisfied with Verdejo. Even he lost the way he lost.
Those first 6 rounds was amazing.
But I saw his improvement in only 18 months with me.
Okay.
So it's made me satisfied. Of course, I feel sorry because it was a good opportunity. But now we have a conversation as well with Verdejo. I say, man, you don't worry, I will be with you. I still with you. Verdejo now start already his fitness training down there in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Taking his break, rebuilding he need to realize because I like to check not only when you win. No, we check everything. Win or loss, we have to check. What we did, we did not. But man, I believe Verdejo coming back.
Okay.
Verdejo coming back. It's not the end of Felipe Verdejo. Not
correct. On yesterday's show, we were talking. I had another co-host. I had a female boxer, Sulem Urbina, and we were talking about Verdejo, and we were all in agreement that the Verdejo we saw for the first 6 rounds is the best Verdejo we have ever seen.
Yes,
but things happen. You know, he
looked at. He got excited. He burned up
too much energy.
Yeah, throwing all the shot like, and then he came to my corner. I said, man, because what happened? No, when he dropped Nakatani in the round 1.
Yeah. Which and then nobody had ever done that before.
I say my old word to all my suéltale los perros, free up the dogs. But I saw Nakatani recover, and then I say, hey, you know what?
Relax.
Take it easy. Let's go to win the round. Just win the round.
But he kept putting pressure, man.
Yes.
And he was looking good, but he ran out of gas.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, but it's okay. We just
you live and you learn, right?
Yes. We have to reconstruct everything, and then we go for the next.
Now, let's say that the Ioka versus Inoue does get signed, does get made. What are the possibilities? Because I know Ioka is very important in Japan. I mean, a fighter that is changing actual laws. He did change the laws of the gyms, right? And now he's working on the laws of the tattoos, right?
Yes, yeah. Because you know what happened? Actually, it's someone tried to put some spot in Ioka because every time it's a law in Japan, okay?
Yeah, it's law.
Because it's legislation. You know, the old culture of Yakuza, they using many tattoo, and the Japanese society no accept.
Okay.
You know, the lower world, you know, that these people. Correct. They're not in society, they're out of society, okay? It's part of the culture, but out of society.
Correct.
And then supposed to Ioka to be like a sample to the new generation. Many fighters watching, and they say to us, Jordanio guy is calling.
Levanta. No importa.
Dime, mira dónde estoy.
¿Cómo tú andas?
Mira.
¿Ahí en la computadora?
Sí. Oye, tenemos que reunirnos tú y yo a hacer un show.
Oh, Ismael, es para el lado izquierdo, ¿verdad? Para mi lado izquierdo me muevo, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Ya, hablamos hoy. Estoy moviéndome para
tranquilo. No, para tu lado derecho, cojones.
Para mi lado derecho. Hablamos ya.
All my boy like this. Now God called me because he moving to the left side. I say, no, you have to move to your right side.
Correct. Counterclock. And we're gonna get into you guys real quick.
Yeah, but so, it's the situation, no? I helping up. No, we did already. Is the second fight after he made his tattoo, and we always using the cream.
Okay.
But what happened was The arm trim, if you see from the start, it was covered.
Okay.
Okay. But for this fight, I need to make Kazuto very good warming up. So the one in the
melting down.
Yeah, and melting down.
Yeah.
Because I need to warming up the boy. Ioka is a slow starter.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like a Crawford. He starts slow and then he figures it out.
Yes, exactly. So if I try to keep him too cold to protect the come on. At the end of the day, the Japanese rule. Totally agree. Totally agree. But come on, someone tried to put some, dark spot there when the boy did a great job. Hopefully everything will solve. Because you guys, actually, his personality and his behavior is a sample to anyone.
Yes, and when you look at his social media, he doesn't have stupid things in his social media. It's all family thing, friend thing.
He's just family. He's crazy for his wife and his
Beautiful
boy.
Wife.
Yeah, crazy for his wife, his boy. He no alcohol.
Beautiful.
No alcohol. I made joke of him because I went to his house when I arrived there, and then I say to him, I say Kazu, no? I say, Kazu, where is my drink? He said, but I no drink. I say, come on, you open your, I know you have something good there.
He doesn't drink at all. Yeah, I get you. I get you. So look, let's say the fight does gets made, and we've already talked about the fact that he has told you that he wants Inoue possibly, but in America. What are the chances? Do you think he's gonna be able to travel? Will Japan allow him out to train
right
here?
Now. Yeah, with the okay. What happened now? Because I have a few fighters, from abroad coming to me. I have not only Ioka, I have another Japanese, and they need to make like a working visa.
Gotcha.
So the promotion is the one who issue the visa for them. Normally, the Japanese coming here without visa for 3 months. But in this case, he must have a working visa.
Because of the COVID, they have to have a working visa, or just because of it's a professional boxing bout?
Look, when he fought with we did against if it was the first fight in California, his company made a working visa with Arroyo, against Arroyo. So it's possible because his people working. He's a very, very big company. It's Sankyo. It's a company, not belong to him. He belong to the company.
Okay.
It's like a main sponsor.
Okay.
And this easy for visa, and then he can come. But I believe I can tell you, will be like if happen after July, August. Not
correct.
Before.
If this fight happens, let me tell you right now, so it doesn't take you by surprise. If this fight happens and this man comes to the United States to train, I'm gonna be in your gym. I'm gonna travel from here to your gym. It's gonna have to happen. So I'm hoping that it happens. It's a good fight for boxing. And let me tell you why I like the fact that Ioka is taking the steps. We gotta be real. Today's champions, today new breed of fighters is like, oh, I don't want to fight this guy because I might lose my own. But Ioka is like, you know what? I want history. I want to go. That's why I got a lot of respect for Teofimo Lopez, because he said,
yes, right. He said, I want
Lomachenko.
Yeah, for me, right now, Teofimo is the guy.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Now,
yes.
Let me recap first before we move to Ugas. Let me tell the people what we've been talking about. We've been talking about the possible clash between Ioka and Inoue. Okay, Ioka communicated to the trainer Ismael Salas after his last victory that he was thinking of a potential moving up to 118 pounds because he wants to make history as a 5-division world champion. Obviously, in order to do that, he has to go up against the monster Inoue. He also communicated to his coach that he wants the fight to take place in the United States of America and then possibly hanging the gloves. And the coach here just confirmed that all of that is in the article is absolutely true. So it's not a false rumor. Congratulations, boxing scene, for putting out accurate news. And now I want to move on to the very next topic, which is the guy that called you on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yordenis Ugas is being talked about that he's going to be promoted as a super
champ,
as a super champ of the division. Is this correct? Have you heard about this?
Actually, the confirmation. I'm sorry. I did not. Super champion. If I tell you super champion must be Pacquiao.
Correct.
Is the more sense.
Correct.
And Ugas keep like a regular champion. Can happen in my view.
Okay, because Pacquiao is going to have to give up the belt now. That's what they're saying. If he doesn't defend it pretty soon, he's going to have to give up the belt. And I think Pacquiao right now is centered to fight Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter.
Okay, all right. So did he give up the belt? Okay.
They're in the process of doing so, and that's when they started talking about making Yordenis Ugas.
I don't have this information.
Awesome. So
one thing for sure, with Cuba Jr., he said to me, "Be ready." That's why Ugas called me, because I send all the information to him what he's supposed to start doing before he come to. I say we right now, next fight will be a big one.
Awesome. Great news. Great news.
Then we don't have, but you know the bigger name there.
Correct. Well, there's you know, there were talks of people wanting to see him with Errol Spence or with Bud Crawford.
Yeah, any one of those. If you see Crawford belong to top rank.
Correct. Not for long. Not for long.
Not for long, but it's a little more complicated.
Yes, but Spence Jr.
Yeah, and then there's one belong to the same promoter.
Yes.
You know, PBC. Yeah, they belong. So, but if I tell you name now, I telling you it's
correct. You don't have a name right now. I understand.
For sure, the next fight, Jordani, will be a big one.
Awesome. I'm hoping I can have him on the
show because Ugas been through many hardship.
Yes.
And his age, as you know, it's things we need to realize, you know, to keep too long waiting. One guy already after 35-year-old.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if you see the bigger guy, no problem. They can go 40 over 40, but a small is different.
Awesome. So listen, how about if we start taking some questions from the audience? How's that?
No problem.
Okay, awesome. So people, get your questions ready. We're gonna take about 10 questions, and that's why I like Salas, man, because he's willing to work with us. The first question here is, the first comment here is, here. Let me go to the follow up because it's more interesting. Basically, no. Here, Ioka versus Inoue can be a fight similar to the Joffrey versus Harada. For example, two different styles solved on details and precise ones. That is correct. It's a very different fighters when it comes to styles. What do you think about that, Coach?
No, but it's the same thing. You know, is you know, if you see boxing is a direct confrontation in between two guys, two styles. Who is the one who can beat the one? The better bring to at real time his own style.
Okay.
For example, one example, no? Let's say Inoue bring all his energy forward, but he ever go backward?
Never. He's never been backed up. Don't spill the beans, because I know I told you I got what you were saying.
It's what I mean.
Okay.
You know, it's a mayor. Is in war that I remember one word I read from one Japanese master, samurai master. He say in any exchange, the one who control the rhythm is the one who's supposed to win.
Correct.
So, or you control someone, or you will be controlled for someone.
At the end of the day, because I like the fact that you're going into these details. You and I have already talked about this in the past. At the end of the day, it's all about fundamentals.
Yes.
At the end of the day, people want to complicate boxing too much, man.
No, very simple.
At the end of the day, it's a simple dance.
Yes.
It's a simple dance. Now, we talked about this as well, but this fan here says if Ioka and Inoue fight, the winner fights Rigo.
Let's see. Rigo is around by that time.
I know, man. I'm so sad about Rigo, man.
I can tell you what. I think number one, we need to make through this fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's a Ioka witch, but the many factor.
Correct.
You need to negotiation and many things.
It's a lot.
Must come together.
It's a lot. Look at what's going on right now between
Lopez. I can tell you, he can accept whatever they throw, because he no want money. He want legacy.
Awesome. Man, listen. Again, I tell you, this is why I'm respecting Ioka. I mean, when I heard this news yesterday, I literally felt my blood pressure started to rise. I got so excited. I told the guy that told me, I said, Emil, I got to get in touch with Salas. I need to see if I can have him on the show tonight so that he can tell it me out of his own mouth, because I just couldn't believe it. You know what I mean?
That's true. And I already say that what Ioka mental things, we're talking about what can happen, because nothing better. I think the public, the boxing fan, need fight like that.
Thank you. Listen. This is the kind of fight. First of all, this will be a better fight than Mayweather-Pacquiao, in my opinion. This is why I say this: action, but not just rock'em sock'em action, methodical action.
Chess
right?
master.
Correct. And you said it, man. This is the kind of fight that the real boxing fan needs at this moment. We were talking about this fight last night as being a blood transfusion to the sport of boxing, because boxing needs this moral uplift.
Really needs.
Correct.
So to pick up the opponent and just to make money only, and don't care about your legacy.
Exactly. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is a punch stroke boxing. Dímelo de lo mío. El adobo, el sazón dominicano. The next one here from Joey Diaz as well. WBA, if Pac-Man doesn't fight top 10. Yes, we already talked about that one, Joey.
Yes.
Joey Diaz, again, very active. That's why I like him. He said July marks 2 years without defending the WBA belt. Yeah, Pacquiao has not defended that belt for 2 years.
Right.
If Pacquiao doesn't fight, Ugas deserves those fights. Yeah. And that's what we've been talking about.
Hopefully, man, I think we don't need to wait anymore for Ugas. Let's got the opportunity, make the thing come true.
Correct. Let's see, a great interview. Que Dios lo bendiga a los dos. Thank you, man. Thank you, Punch. Thank you. Let's see here. Joey Diaz, thank you for the answer. He's saying here. And HLD, welcome, man. Hey, last night I want to apologize to those that did not get a chance to have their questions to play. we were covering so much last night. I usually like to do what I'm doing with Salas now, which is share your questions, post them up here. But between the mission of helping that baby out of Mexico, and then talking to the female fighter, and then talking about Punch, and then talking about Ioka versus Inoue, it was a very busy, hectic show. I did 2 shows yesterday. I was invited on another show. Then I finished that show, came to mine. So you and I are both busy, man.
Yes.
We're busy, but give me just a minute. And at the end of the day, man, I'm very excited for what's going on in boxing. Who's his best lightweight, welterweight, and
no name, only one, Teofimo Lopez.
There you go. And to you, who's the best welterweight, and then who's the best heavyweight?
Yeah, I say Teofimo, Spencer, Tyson Fury.
I
am just fan.
No. This, let me tell you why I went like because people wanna underestimate Tyson Fury. They think Tyson Fury doesn't have power. He's just Tyson Fury is a very smart boxer.
He's the guy who can destroy any of the heavyweight night. Easy.
Awesome. HLD, I bought my hat. They sent it out today. Thank you, man. That baby's going to appreciate. Last night we were sponsoring some hats for to help a little 3-month-old baby, I think it is, that's in the borders of Mexico. And there's a company last night selling the hats to whatever they gathered, they were gonna send. So thank you, man, for making the purchase. Let's see. Moving on here. Ann Chen. When will Coach Salas release his teaching video? And
this Friday coming up.
And there's some videos for free. Listen, man. Hey, that's a good option.
Yeah, I was so busy in the second middle of last year. And I have this project, but we did not realize because I moved many countries, going back and taking care. But this Friday is supposed to start everything.
Okay, so are you in production?
My YouTube page.
Okay, what's your YouTube page? I'm gonna put it in the description.
Okay,
send it to me. Just send me a message with it.
Yes. So from Friday is coming. This is what I try to explain to everyone. Right. Is that a simple way to teach fundamentals.
Beautiful.
From Friday, we start from the basis, just very basic, and then we move step by step until we get to the high level.
Correct.
Because it's what I say, through my own experience. I start, for example, when I start with Felix Savon, it was a basic.
And Felix Savon was
three-time Olympic gold medal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Casamayor.
El Cepillo.
Yes, like baby. Yeah, and many of the big fighters, I start from Ioka. And already 64-year-old, 46 years in boxing. So give me some kind of view. I don't like to say this is the best way.
Correct.
Because I will throw one stone. The one like to take. If they not, leave it.
Correct. And and let me tell you something. Criticism is part of success.
Yes.
Criticism is part of success. Because at the end of the day, look, when Joe Joyce was with you, he was getting messages from England. Why are you wasting your time with that robot? But look at what Joe Joyce is doing, right? Look at what Joe Joyce is doing. And so you just do your thing, man, and let people just criticize you. And
I love challenge.
Correct. And again, I want to repeat, boxing is not complicated, people. It's not complicated.
You know what is boxing? Poetry.
Yes.
of the human body.
Oh, beautiful way to put it. Beautiful way to put it. Beautiful way to put it. Salas is the best trainer in the sport. Real master. Oh man, look at you. You're getting some love here.
I really one thing I think by myself, I like to be a good teacher.
Okay.
Very good teacher. By coincidence, I need to teach champions. So I be a trainer. But the most I enjoy, be a teacher.
Awesome. Awesome. Joey Diaz says, you and Punch are definitely the best podcast. Subscribe to this to these two podcasters. Facts, no nothing biased about them. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you enjoying my work. Definitely Punch is a guy that I like. That's why I've had him on the show a couple of times already. And now, hey, we just found out Ismael Salas is becoming a YouTuber. He's gonna be putting up some
my wife
fundamental.
Good luck. My wife is the one who making everything. Just give my teaching, and she's all day long. She's sitting in the computer now to release on Friday. We will release on Friday.
Awesome. Your wife is a warrior. I've seen the videos on Instagram. Her cleaning the gym after training, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a teamwork between you and her, and I can appreciate that. Behind every great woman, every great man, there's a great woman.
Yes, sir.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Andres Rodriguez. I know Coach Salas is a major Salvador Sanchez fan. Of course. Yes. Did he ever had a fighter similar in natural style as he? Have you ever trained a fighter in similar style to Salvador Sanchez?
Yeah, I have. For example, look at Ioka.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because Salvador Sanchez, what I love from Salvador Sanchez, it was a genuine style, classic style, but with power.
Okay.
So the classic fight of Salvador Sanchez against Wilfredo Gomez, everybody, it was an epic fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Salvador Sanchez destroyed Wilfredo Gomez in the classic way.
The basically the way to dance boxing, like you said, the classic, the fundamental way, the methodical way. Just broke him.
Yes, sir.
Danced around him. Just broke him. So here's a question. This might be out of your league, but we got to respect it. So in your opinion, this is talking about nutrition now. For a fighter, a vegan diet, which consists on fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, rice, beans, legumes, or a carnivore diet.
Okay.
This is a very divided subject, guys.
No, I can explain to you my own experience. Okay. I used to in Thailand, I used to be a Buddhist monk.
Okay.
So I stopped to eating every kind of beef, chicken, and just only
for 6 years.
And what happened to me, I started to lose iron in my body. So this thing mean, because my work is active work, this thing mean my testosterone level start to degrade, slow down. So for some reason, I start to get many injured.
Okay.
And the doctor in Germany, very good doctor, very, very good doctor. In the time I was in Germany, sport doctor. When he check all he count all my blood. He say, man, you are in the limit, lower limit of testosterone level because iron.
Correct.
And then he say, what is your diet? And then I explain all the thing. And he say, once a week, you put in your diet iron. He recommend to me bison.
Okay.
Because it's very high in
on iron, yes. It's a very dark and lean meat too.
Exactly. So from that time, I saw, because you need any kind of source of iron.
Correct.
Because you will increase your hemoglobin. If you increase your hemoglobin, you increase the intake of oxygen. This combination is oxyhemoglobin, hemoglobin.
Okay.
And is the one who send to the whole body, and then you can work in different conditions, aerobic and anaerobic. So that's why if you see the Mexican guys, how endurant they are, because they are in the high altitude and the hemoglobin count is very high.
Definitely.
So the oxygen is intake.
Correct.
So about vegan is good, but let me tell you, for the making weight season.
Correct. So I'll tell you my own experience, because I was also a vegan until this past Christmas. I decided, I'm gonna have some turkey with my family and this and that, and right now I'm going back to it because I like the way I feel as I do it. But I like how you put it. You said in your opinion, and I have heard cases like yours a lot, and I think it works different in a lot of people. I've never felt any a weakness, but I have heard cases like yours. And Andres Rodriguez here says, Joffre was the first major boxing champion that was a full vegetarian. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. So what coach is saying here is not that that having a vegan diet is not good. He recommends it more for like when it's time to cut weight, when it's time to prepare.
Yeah, everything is a balance.
Timothy Bradley used to do that, right?
Yeah.
He used to have a normal diet, and then before he would start his training camp, a week before training camp, until the day of the fight, he would go strictly vegan. Nothing coming from animals or nothing.
Healthy, because before you start, you need to work in very heavy load, and you need to recover from all these things, So after making your way, you start to become vegan, no problem. This is no problem, really. It's not.
Now, and Chen, this is a very difficult question because there's a lot of variables in this question. But the question is how to fight a taller opponent with longer reach as a shorter fighter, and it's different because it's a case by case question.
Yeah, every for me, is sometimes I've had many experience about that. My shorter guy fight with the taller guy, but I made the taller guy to come to me.
Correct. You force him to give up his height. Correct.
It's depend of the fighter. There are so many good styles. Okay, I can tell you, a counter puncher, they have two ways. One is counter punch. You need to slip the punch and then the counter.
Which is what Rigo did to Amagaza.
Yes. But they have another one. In counter puncher.
Okay.
Is at the same time the opponent throwing the punch, you coming in. And you is what happened with Ioka. Very clear example. In counter. No counter punch. People think counter. No counter, you sleeping, boom. But in counter at the same time. But you cannot do everything. You depend on the fighter you got in hand.
Yeah, it's a case by thing. It's a lot of variables in that.
Sometimes
to answer the question.
Yes, sometimes I made my fighter to go back, but very important. When you pulling back a tall fighter, you cannot go in a straight line.
Yeah.
You have to pull back all the way offline.
Yeah.
Head offline, very important.
Yeah.
No straight back. So I like to be a more universal things. Depend of the fighter, depend of the situation.
Correct.
One punch can change
the entire fight.
I'm
gonna tell you something, man. I just learned something new because I didn't know that counter punch within counter. I did not know that. And that's why I'm telling you, I gotta. If all this COVID stuff gets out of the way, I gotta make a trip to Vegas. My brother-in-law is coming up as a good fighter. If by any chance we are able to make it to the House of Fundamentals.
Yes, I am here in Vegas, and my gym is open to everyone. Go there to work because it's my wisdom in my gym.
Yes,
everyone have to work hard.
If not, get them out.
We always smiling. We always even dancing. But if someone start to play around with me, hasta la vista.
They gotta go. They gotta go. Ioka versus the winner of Estrada and Chocolatito. Listen, guys, let me fill you in. Raiden, by the way, what is that? By the way, welcome, man. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here tonight. We were just talking about Ioka. Let me fill you in. Yes. And Ioka is basically thinking on retiring after fighting Inoue, if he fights Inoue. And he is thinking on fighting Inoue. So the rumors are not fake rumors. The coach here himself has confirmed it to all of us that the man is actually looking for some smoke. He wants to move up to 118. He wants to make a mark by becoming 5-division world champion against the monster, Inoue. I told the coach, because you guys know me, I like being I like to keep it very honest. I wasn't confident in this fight.
Not. It's possible. Nothing.
Hey, man. I tell you what, I told you that I was only gonna need you for 15 minutes, and here we are, an hour.
Oh my God! Oh yeah,
12 minutes. So, guys, I want to thank every single one of you that came out tonight to look at the interview. Coach, thank you, man. I'm gonna end the live. Don't hang up. I'll tell you some things in private here.
Yes.
But to all of you that have come up here tonight, thank you for showing the love, showing the support. If you want to support the channel, the Cash App name is $ Raw Boxing TV. Let's hope as boxing fans we get this legendary mega fight. Coach Ismael Salas seems to think that with the fundamentals they can pull it off.
Yes.
So we will see. That's it for now, guys. Raw Boxing TV, we're out.